my name's Claire, and I'm in HR for a large consumer goods organisation, and I'm a volunteer tutor with Duty Scholars. So I guess the key thing why I decided to become a tutor is I was born family deaf, and I think one of those things is because of that people maybe didn't have very high expectations of myself. I worked really hard and I've become, some people would say, successful. I got an awful lot of help along the way from my family, from some key people that helped me at key points during that journey, and I'm hugely grateful to them. And as a result of that, I think I do want to help other people realise their potential. Everyone has got so much potential, and if I can give something back and help other people realise their potential, then that's really what I'd love to do. So that's how I came to look for tutoring and looking to give back in some way, in the same way that people gave to me, which is listening, teaching, coaching. So that's how I started looking at tutoring. So the way I got started with Duty Scholars and how I found Duty Scholars was simply researching for volunteering and tutoring. So found it through Google, and what struck me with Duty Scholars was how professional it all was. So the website was really professional. There was loads of information. Every question I had was pretty much already answered in the website. And then I got in touch via the email, and I got really great responses, really quick responses. So I followed through the process, which is, intimidating sometimes, and feeling judged and for the first time, but really nice people that I met throughout the whole process, and got signed off to become a tutor, and then just got started in terms of onboarding. The other thing about the onboarding was really impressive. So for me as a HR professional, onboarding is important, and it was a very good process, really good training, and lots of support. Now I'm tutoring as well. Now, how I got started with the tutoring, so the very initial stages, was making the arrangements with Samuel and his father for the initial session, and then having that initial call through telephone call initially, but then we moved on to Skype. We decided that was the right one. We looked at Google Hangout and Skype. There's so many great options these days, and Skype worked pretty well for us. So that first session was just getting to know Samuel, him getting to know me, and really understanding what he wanted out of it, because there's so many things we can cover in these sessions and it's limited time. So we just went through that and really sort of clarified some specific points that he wanted to learn about. Then I had to go on my research because I haven't done English language for such a long time. So we had initial sessions. He did some of the exam questions that helped me assess where he was, and then we focused in on a couple of areas. So then we're just meeting each week through the Skype, having that face-to-face contact. The video I think is actually really helpful and really convenient, being able to do that from home, from this seat actually, and have those conversations each week, trying to move it forward, trying to help him decide where he wanted to focus as well. I think that's one of the real important things about being a tutor, is the listening. So I had loads of ideas of what I thought we could talk about, and actually it was quite different. So Samuel needed quite specific things, and I hope they were helpful for him. And a lot of it was just the conversation, just having good conversation about what the examiners are looking for, and therefore how you can respond. And this was specifically, for example, about managing time, making sure you get to all the questions in the exam, and giving good points across each of those questions. So I think one of the things I've found really fulfilling during this process is when you see the aha moments, and you just see this, oh, okay, that's a different way of thinking of it that I hadn't seen before. That's been really powerful. other things I enjoy are that sense of imparting what I know and seeing that you can make a difference in that way. And I guess the final thing would be around making space for conversation, a safe place for Samuel in this case to have a really open conversation around what's worrying him and him being able to talk about that. So the kind of challenges that Samuel seems to have had help with in terms of the conversations that he and I have had, a key thing has been around timing. So managing his own time, both in preparing for our session, doing the homework, and then in exams. So that has been quite a lot of our conversations, is how he plans for that and how he then makes that impact during the exam so that he can get the best marks as he goes forward. There were some challenges being a tutor, I guess. So one of them is being organised. So I have to make the time to do my preparation, put myself in Samuel's shoes, think about what would be the right conversation for us to have and the right materials to help him. And then really being present during the session, just allowing that mental space for him and I to have a great conversation and let other distractions go. Okay, I think tutoring offers quite a lot to young people. A big part of that is simply dedicated time with someone who is listening to you and answering your unique questions and thinking about you and your unique scenarios. So that's a key thing, just that mental space and commitment from somebody. I think the other bit is, of course, the knowledge that they're gaining from somebody else who has taken time to listen to the specific challenges that they're facing and that they want help with. So for anyone thinking about tutoring, I really recommend it. So GT Scholars is a really professional organisation to do it with. You get a huge amount of support at every step of the way. So GT Scholars is really good. And tutoring is really fun. So you get some time with a young person, the kind of people maybe you don't get a chance to interact with elsewhere in your life. And you really get to make an impact on one person's life, and who knows where that leads to.